Yo guys, Theo here, Uncommon Sense. So, today we'll be talking about why fasting, both prolonged and intermittent fasting, are far better ways of losing weight than any other method out there. And I'll actually make a little comparison with Greg Doucette's diet here again. And by the way guys, thank you for the response to my video Greg Doucette is wrong about fasting. There were a lot of comments, lots of good ones, and that will both help the algorithm, just help more people find the channel. And of course, it's interesting for me to read and interact with you guys too. So please keep it up. Okay. The reason I think fasting is so superior when it comes to weight loss is not only is it a good way of losing the weight, but it's a great way of losing the food addiction. The addiction to eating, having to eat all the time, and also the addiction to these tastes, these extreme tastes that are available in many different forms of junk foods these days. And therefore, it will be a great way of keeping the weight off. Keeping the weight off, because this is very well known that most people can jump on a diet and lose the weight, but most people can't manage to keep that weight off for very long because they're still addicted to food. And so a diet plan like Greg Doucette's, like if I haven't been coached by Greg or anything, but I've watched his videos enough to know what it kind of looks like. It's diet with a very high eating frequency, like 5-6 meals per day, and also it contains all of these foods I call kind of imitation foods, like protein brownies or low-calorie jello or zero-calorie topping, which, by the way, I'm not completely against at all. Like if you are losing weight and you want to treat yourself at some point, like this can be a way of getting to experience something that tastes a little better, but it is still low calorie. So absolutely not completely against them, but it shouldn't be a huge part. It shouldn't be like in every meal that you have or every like snack you have, because like processed food, like even if they could help you, that kind of food is lower calorie, can help you lose weight. There's like a huge amount of processed food is not healthy at all, And so it's both, with a diet like this, it's both. Human beings are habitual creatures. Like we get used to what we do. So if you eat except for when you're sleeping, eat like every 3 hours, your body is going to tell you that you're starving every 3 hours. Because that's what your body will think that. I need food now, I need it. I usually get it now, I need it. And also, even though these imitation foods are lower calorie, they still the kind of extreme, unnatural taste. So it will make you crave these things still. And in comparison, just food that should taste good to you, like, I don't know, like meat and potatoes, some cream sauce and some vegetables, it won't be, you're like a drug addict now. Like, someone who takes drugs and has to either higher their dose or go to even more hardcore compounds to keep getting their high. Or someone who watches porn, starts out watching like regular porn. There's nothing normal or regular about porn, but starts watching porn and has to go to even more and more extreme porn to get their high out of it. You've become like this now with food if you're really into these junk foods. But the good news is, just as how the drug addict has to keep adding more and more to be happy, get their high, if you remove it completely, you'll be able to be happy with less. And so this is generalized. This is how I think how fasting works, to get your eating under control and kind of reset you back to the way you're supposed to be. Like the prolonged fasting, this is what I'm talking about here, completely removing everything, and so that when you do refeed and you eat your meat and potatoes and some vegetables, you'll be so grateful that you're getting to eat, and you'll think this tastes amazing. And your baseline for how you experience tastes will go back to a more normal level. And you resynthesize your taste buds. And the thing about intermittent fasting, so even if you would eat every day, but you just keep a smaller eating window and maybe fewer meals, but bigger meals, it will make you a person that's just able to go and feel good without food, without even thinking about it too much. And this is something, I don't know if this is off topic, but this is something that people of today that are so used to both eating all the time and all these junk foods, they're always like, when they react to the way I'm eating, they're always like, I could never do that. I need to eat all the time. Otherwise I get hungry, I get hangry, I get angry, I get in a bad mood. And it's unfortunate. So many people, they have just accepted that this is the way they are, but it's not the way they are. It's the way they are habituated. How do you say that? This is what has become their habit. And what my message is kind of, wouldn't it be awesome if you didn't feel that way? Because you aren't that way. You've become that way. You're that way right now because that's what you've exposed your body to. So using the prolonged fasting and refeeding on clean foods, your baseline for how you experience taste is going to go down. Like, I'll tell you my experience. Like, I was never a huge food eating addict. I had just very lazy, bad behaviors overall. I bought a lot of junk food because it's cheap and easy to just pick up a pizza on my way home from work. But I did, when I started getting into this more healthy lifestyle, like when I was around other people who were having like sweets and stuff, it was hard to turn down. It was really when I got into fasting that now, a lot in my job, I work in a gym. It's funny, we have a lot of, still in a gym, there's a lot of fika among the people working there. Fika is a Swedish word that kind of means having a cup of coffee with something sweet or, something not healthy, basically. And, I always turn it down. And it's not because, I'm so... I don't know. I really crave it, but I can't because that's not right. It's not that I've really removed. I don't crave it at all. I'm very, very happy with eating just normal food. I enjoy it. I eat rice and potatoes and meat, like different combos of these with a few vegetables, and I love it. I love it, And also with intermittent fasting, just getting used to a lower eating frequency, I think it's awesome. I think people who eat all the time don't realize how it affects them because they just think about, I'm hungry now and I feel better when I've eaten. But when you're in a fed state, you're in kind of a lazy state. Like you're not able to focus as good. And so I'm very happy with doing the intermittent fasting. Not just happy that, if my day is so hectic that I just can't eat for a while, it doesn't affect me at all. But I actually use it as a tool, like recording videos like this. Most of the time I'm fasted, haven't eaten anything on the day because I'm just more clear-minded. I can think more straight and focus better. So, yeah, and I guess, I'll still say, of course, when you get into prolonged fasting and intermittent fasting, there's still going to be a little bit where you have to just be disciplined, where you have to want to eat but not to do it. But instead of jumping on a diet, like some extreme elimination diet or... using all these processed foods and eating all the time, but shoving a bunch of lettuce in your stomach so it's just full, like with volume that isn't much calories, isn't it better? Because all of these things you have to, it's not super easy to start with, but wouldn't it be better with a method that, of course, like any change for human being is very hard, changing their behavior is difficult, but a method that when you keep doing it and maybe you fail at some point but keep getting back to your 6-hour eating window on the day or whatever you decided, like eventually it gets easier and easier to be without food and easier to be without all these processed foods. So yeah, a diet like Greg's, it's like it's made for you to be able to be a food addict, but kind of manage your food addiction, and only in terms of weight loss, which of course is a huge parameter for health. No matter how you do it, losing weight is almost, if you're like in an unhealthy weight now, it's almost always better. But it's not only we're talking about health, right? It's not only about cutting off the fat. So yeah. To summarize, I just think fasting is awesome for, it is, people are addicted to eating. Just get this into your head. If you haven't thought about it, back in the day, in the caveman lifestyle, maybe we didn't eat once per day or always fasted for multiple days in between we were eating. We couldn't store food in the way we did now. We could not eat 6 meals. I promise you that even if the caveman ate more than once per day, they did not eat every 3 hours. And they did certainly not eat, pizza or 0-calorie, chocolate topping or whatever. So yeah, I think I've made my points. I hope you agree with me, and if you haven't tried fasting, maybe you'll consider it now. It's so nice, not only managing to lose weight by forcing it with these tools like 0-calorie foods and eating a lot of high volume, low calorie foods, but actually being in control what you eat and enjoy what you eat. So if you like this video, please please subscribe for more content about fitness, fat loss, gaining muscle, self-improvement, all that kind of cool shit. Please leave a comment and think tell me what you think about this. Do you agree with me, or am I stupid? Are there better methods of losing weight? Please let me know then. I'm always open to changing my mind. Okay guys, see you in another video. Peace.